see. Let's get the kinks out first. So you guys can actually see me. Hopefully it's working. I don't know. If anyone's in here, let me know if you can actually hear me. We'll find out. You see me. Okay, do you hear me? Music is perfect. All right, cool. All right, well, welcome to the first ever Jenna Knits live knit and chat. Let's get the show on the road. All right. So this is the first one. If you guys are new here, my name is Jenna. I like knitting, and I wanted to do this weekly knit and chat to knit in real time, show you all the projects that I am actively working on, and create a little community, whether that be we are sitting in silence in the chat and you guys are just here knitting, or if we are talking back and forth, whatever you guys want this to be. If you have questions, all the good stuff. So today's video, I am working on my ribbed unicorn. This is a pattern I made myself by just Frankensteining different patterns that I have enjoyed working on in the past. So this is a petite knit, knitting for Olive, and Jenna Knits creation. Working a nice mock neck, thick to ribbed collar. And then you all voted to do a thick rib on the bottom as well, just to tie it all in. And I am currently on the sleeve. So this is what I have gotten done in the last couple of days. I've decided, based off of the polls I've done, I've gotten mixed reviews on if I should do a short sleeve, a cap, or a long sleeve. I'm kind of digging the look of, honestly, the sweater that I'm wearing, which I did not make, but just doing a long sleeve and then smaller needles and doing a thick rib all the way to the wrist. We'll see. I can always frog it back. But with this project, I'm using Knitting for Olive's merino and mohair together. I have it on my DPNs because I do not know how to magic loop. And I just keep saying forever that I'm just not in the brain space to learn that technique. But with the sleeves, I am doing 9 rounds, 12 times. So as of right now, I am on round number 5 out of 12 in my decreases. So every 9 rounds, I'll do 2 decreases. What am I currently working on? This is what I'm currently working on. My beautiful unicorn sweater that I want to have done by Christmas. And because I'm in the sleeves and I'm almost halfway done with this one, I think I will have it done by Christmas. So this is what I'm working on today. I am really loving the feel of this. If you haven't used Knitting for Olive before, it is pretty affordable as far as like a luxury yarn. It's a good like middle way yarn, but it feels really, really nice. It's a very, very squishy texture. And this is a seamless sweater that I just did raglan increases for. And yeah, I'm loving the way it's turning out. So thank you all to who have voted for this project and helping me kind of Frankenstein it together, because I've never done my own pattern before. And I'm actually shocked that this is turning out to look like something. So I put a marker in here as well, just to see how much I get done in the next hour. We'll be here for an hour, just kind of hanging out and knitting. And if anything comes up in the chat, let's talk. So I'm going to start knitting and y'all just let me know. Thank you for all the love. So many hearts. Hearts and smiley faces. That's cute. I've never gone live on YouTube before. I think I did maybe one time a couple years ago on my other channel, but I was really just doing it to make a video real quick because that was the easiest way to like get a video on when I was first starting out. So I've never actually had people in the chat before. So cute. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys are working on a craft or do any sorts of crafts, what are you working on? What do you do? Let me know in the chat, the comments, whatever you call it. What's your crafting specialty? Whoa. I just realized there's only really been one hiccup that because Magic Loop is something that haunts me. And I've had a couple people send me videos and I've watched them, but I just haven't had the ability to practice it yet. And I'm scared to practice it on something that I'm like doing really well in, you know? So that's a scary thing. Yeah, share the stream. Share the stream if you're watching. Thank you. Share it with your friends. Let's all knit together. I have a local knitting group that we meet in person. Well, it's a fiber group, so it's just crafts period, where we have knitters, hookers, we have painters that are going to be joining. We've got quilters, we have cross stitchers, all of the things. So this space is not just for my knitters, it's for everybody. Come in here. Put the needle out of my mouth while I talk to you. But come in here, let's just hang out. I don't know. It's hard in my community to find people with this particular hobby. So that's why I wanted to create this little space where even if it's silent and I can't hear you, you can at least hear me. We've got some music. You're not doing your craft alone. Whoa, come here, little buddy. There we go. But with Magic Loop, the only real hiccup I've ever found is with the spicula sweater, which if you haven't seen that, that's my latest video of me making that sweater. Finding larger DPNs is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I was able to find some in stock at Joann's, so those are on the way. But so far, I've been able to survive with my beloved DPNs, which used to absolutely terrify me because look at this chaos. But I love working with DPNs. It's my favorite way to do things. I start all of my baby knits are started off with DPNs because they always suggest Magic Loop, and I just put them on my DPNs until I get to like 100 stitches, and then I put them on my circulars, and it works out great. So if you're also not in the brain space for a new technique, that has been flawless for me. One thing that scares people with DPNs is creating a ladder, which I did that a lot when I first started. I just could not get rid of the horrific ladder. And I don't know how to use a crochet hook to fix things like that, because the crochet life also terrifies me. And I think that is just witchcraft. My brother is currently learning how to crochet. And I have the desire, but I don't know if I have the willpower. Good morning, Nancy. How are you this morning? What are you working on if you're working on anything? Thank you all so much for the love. If you're wondering what I'm working on, Nancy, I'm working on my ribbed unicorn sweater. I am this far into my sleeve. Nothing yet. All right. Just here to hang out for now. I'm finally getting my sleeves in order, which is very, very exciting. think I forgot to. There we go. Endless possibilities, yeah. Thank you so much for being here this morning, guys. Oh, I'll circle back to my ladder situation with my DPNs. If you don't know this trick and you're new to knitting and you're struggling with your DPNs and creating a ladder, a great way to get rid of it is to just put your regular needle off to the hold and just knit a couple over so that you don't have that weird space with it. Oh gosh. Is that a bad thing that it snowed? Do you like the snow? I know it's like not fun to be with the shovel for a while, but are you at least happy that you have some snow? We're in South Carolina, so we don't see that but every 10 years. It is in the 40s today, though. I don't know if that might be a warm day for you right now if it's snowing. Oh, okay, I gotcha. What state do you live in where it's already snowing? I've heard it's snowing in a lot of places already, but... Oh, well, there you go. That makes sense that you would already be kind of getting snow. Yeah, I love the snow too. My son has been desperately wanting to go see the snow this year, which we don't have to go too far to see it. Just like the northern parts of South Carolina, it snows pretty much every year. But he's all about some Christmas vibes, so he would really like the snow. He is feeling better. He's still a little coffee, but his attitude and personality have come back, so he is feeling better. Just kind of that nasty like end of being sick kind of yuck that needs to go away, but he is feeling better. Thank you for asking. Thank you all so much for the likes. The snow is good crafting weather. I agree. Like down here, it's kind of like when it rains, because we get so much rain and we have such long rainy seasons. Those are like the best kind of crafty knitting situations down here. But when it snows, oh my gosh, I cannot even imagine how cozy that would be. I was actually going to cast on a pair of socks for this live. And then my husband was like, no, you should just work on your sweater. Like work on what you're working on in the videos so that, people can see you're actually working on things. I'm like, that's true. But man, I just want to cast on a pair of socks so bad. It does look like that. It's a sweater. I'm working on my ribbed unicorn sweater. So I've got my sleeve on the needles right now, but that might be why I've been craving a sock so bad, is because I am working with my DPNs and it's been a while. I don't think I made a single pair of socks this year, or if I did, it was at the beginning of the year. because I went like really hard on socks last year. That's all actually, like all I made last year was socks. But I'm working on the sleeve right now of my sweater, which I'm about halfway done with it. It's getting there. A pair of thigh highs, yeah. I wish I had the patience to make a pair of thigh highs. It's true. Cameron is part of my local group. He's a knitter as well. Do you have any local groups around you, Nancy, that you get to meet up with people? We don't really have very much of that around here. And if they do, it's at like a weird time during the week where it's not super accessible to everybody. Do you have like a group of people? Oh, that's such a bummer. Yeah. That's why I wanted to start doing the lives, is to try to like meet people that want to knit with me or do some kind of craft. But the local group it's been nice. It's been a couple of people that have shown up consistently, so that's been really cool. I've learned that that's kind of funny about I am too. Yeah, I'm the only knitter in my family too. I learned when I was pregnant with my son, so relatively new, but my mom's a quilter and a cross stitcher, and I don't know how to do either one of those things. And my brother, he quilts as well, and he's learning how to crochet currently, but I'm the only one that knits. But I was so excited when my brother said he wanted to learn to crochet. I was like, finally, we can talk about yarn. Like, come yarn shopping with me. My husband is my hype man with some yarn, though. I'm not going to lie. Oh, cool. I don't know. Quilting just has so much math involved. I don't know if it would actually be enjoyable for me to learn. I don't know. It just seems like so much. And one mistake, I guess, is, well, you can fix your mistakes with knitting, but with quilting, I mean, once you cut that fabric, I feel like you're kind of done after that. It seems intense, yeah. My mom does it for mostly charity stuff. Like she does, I don't know if you've heard of Project Linus, where she donates blankets. But my brother, he does it all for himself. So he constantly has something on his machine, and he is always, his fabric room is insane. I guess it's no different than having a yarn stash, though. If you love the hobby. Four, five. How long have you been knitting, Nancy? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So are you even looking at a pattern for these particular socks you're working on, or are you just whipping the socks up with just something that you know you already enjoy as far as pattern wise? Oh, nice. Yeah. Take you 10 minutes. Socks are really fun. I really enjoyed socks because I don't know. It's like they're tedious, but they're not at the same time. They just make you do so many different things. So many different techniques go with socks, I guess. So what was the main thing that you like knitting? Are you more into sweaters, blankets? Since socks are relatively new for you. Five days. That's pretty good for a sock. That's pretty good. Go, Nancy. Thank you guys so much for all the hearts. Shawls, cowls, blankets. That's great. I'm going to start a blanket here pretty soon. Oh gosh, what's it called? Like the wedding bells blanket, I think is the pattern. But I still need to pick out yarn and everything. I've never actually knit a blanket. I've only done like the big chunky blankets that you hand knit that only take like 10 minutes to make. But I'm actually going to knit one for my husband's cousin's getting married. And so I'm going to have a long project for that one. That's going to take me a hot minute. Oh yeah, do you have a favorite type of yarn? That's a good question. Yeah, I'm still so I was actually just talking about this last night that I really, really need to do a deep dive, like a very technical deep dive on learning gauge, because I don't swatch. I just kind of knit and hope that it fits. And so far, I don't have anything to really knock on, but so far that hasn't entirely failed me. But I really need to learn how to swatch and properly gauge things. Is there a certain fiber, if you don't have a favorite, is there a certain fiber that you really don't like working with? I just picked up cotton for the first time and did not love how that just wrecked my fingers. And all I was doing was making my little Christmas trees. Good morning. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. If you're working on any projects, let me know what you're working on. That's so sweet. You just made my morning. You should try again. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, as you learn new techniques or new styles, new things, or as you just keep knitting, I mean, everything about your style is going to change with it. That's how I'll just keep coming back to it. That's how I'm feeling about Magic Loop. Like I'm in a completely different place than when I attempted it before. So maybe I will understand. Like the elastic bind off used to freak me out. And now that's the one I do the most. But then it, like learning gauge and everything just seems like another math problem, and I'm just not good at that life. Unless it squeaks. Yes. Okay, that's what I was trying to say in one of my videos. So this yarn that I used to use for the Christmas trees that I knit up each year, it has like that like feeling on your fingers, and it is the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling, and it doesn't go away for forever. Maybe that's why I bought a cotton yarn this year, was so that I didn't have to use my squeaky yarn, is what I'll call it now. I love that, unless it squeaks. Thank you. Thank you for all the hearts and smiley faces. Oh, really? See, I haven't played with many acrylics. I honestly think that's the only one I've ever really played with. And that was just a big turnoff on going with the non-natural fibers. So that's good to know. Is there one that you use that has acrylic in it that you like? Because I know they're more durable, you know, with certain projects, but I don't know. Brava are nice. Okay. I'll have to look at those, because do you use them for like the garments that you knit, or do you use them for different projects? Like, are they more for like things for your home, or? That's what I'm using. I'm using their wool for my spicula sweater, and I really like the way that is so far. So if their other yarns like feel, I don't know, that nice. I've seen quite a few people use their yarn though in their different weights. That's good to know because I do like that brand so far. So if I can find an acrylic that I like from them, that would be exciting. Okay. And it washes well and everything like that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I'm actually going to write that down. AMA acrylic. Thank you. Aggressively taking yes. I'm all about finding out a new yarn because I see so many people that can get so technical with the yarns, and I'm such a greenhorn still when it comes to knitting that I couldn't tell you a whole lot. And because the bulk of my knitting time has been spent making socks, I've only really played with fingering weight. So like this is my first time using, this is my first time actually using merino is in this one. And I've pairing it with the mohair. All the other projects I've done have pretty much just been alpaca projects or like bamboo. I like knitting with bamboo around here because it's so hot. So I need more wicking things, I guess. But I'm all about learning a little bit more about the yarn world. Oh, okay. Go Creative. I've never heard of that one. I've got some homework when we get off of here. That's exciting. I've never heard of that brand. Wool and acrylic. Okay, cool. That's really good to know. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that's one that I maybe don't want to order online and maybe try to find in person to feel it out, you think? I don't really order much yarn online just because I like to feel the yarn, but would you recommend that being one I order online? That is crazy. That's risky. But then again, if it didn't work out for whatever you were making, you could always just use it for something else, you know? That's funny. Are you much of a gift knitter, Nancy, or are you a selfish knitter and you knit for yourself, or do you give knits to other people? I gotta do the cheek test. The squish. Got to do the itch factor, you know. I feel the exact same way. Yeah. I feel the exact same way. I made the decision this year is the first time where I've made the decision where I'm just knitting sweaters for my kids and my husband and myself. Just because there's very few family members that actually liked what I made, you know, or wear it and appreciate it, I guess is, you know. But that just means more goodies for you. Oh, well, that was nice. That was nice. Was it one where it was just a solid color, or did you make like a multicolored sock? How crazy are you getting with the socks you're making, I guess is my question. Lots of goodies. I'm getting there now that I'm knitting for myself. It's great. I'm like, dang, I'm going to have 3 sweaters for myself this season? Okay, that's really nice. Oh. Did you like working with it? Yes and no. What didn't you like about it? Thank you for the hearts. That's all that matters, as long as you think they look nice. Oh, it says retracted message. There's been a lot of socks where like they look really good, but I don't love how they feel, or I just didn't enjoy knitting them, even if they end up looking really pretty with the pattern. There's been quite a few patterns where I'm like, wow, I really hate this experience. I actually think that happened with one of the last pair of socks I made. But if I don't like the process, I usually just give them away. I accidentally just felted one of my favorite pair of socks that I made. So I need to hopefully figure out a way to stretch those out. DK socks are fat. See, I haven't done anything other than fingering weight, and I really, really need to, because I want like a thicker, cozier pair of socks. Yeah, I really need to look into that, because the socks I was going to cast on today, they're just a actually I think they are just the vanilla pattern, and it's fingering weight again. But I have so much fingering weight because I was doing so many socks. So I do have some Rowan alpaca left that I could probably make a pair of booty socks out of, but I don't know. Scooch, scooch, scooch. That's a really smart way to make socks. Just use a thicker yarn, and it's a lot less tedious. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. One's a nosh. That's the one you've been using for socks? Or just in general? Yeah. Nancy's coming in with the knowledge this morning. I went through a phase last year, the year before, with my socks where I was like only using Keats & Co. And then I started really wearing the socks, and something about the fiber just really makes my feet super uncomfortable. They feel nice, they're airy, they're wicking, like everything great about the yarn, but something about it, just hurts my feet. So I don't know if that's going to be a yarn that I pick up in the near future. At least the type that I was getting, which I think was a silk wool blend, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I wrote that one down too, because I've given away so many socks as gifts that I only have like one or two pair for myself. And I know my husband really wants a pair of socks too. My son really wants them, but he's 3 and anything's slippery. He's so accident prone that if he had socks that didn't have grippies on the bottom, I'd spend a lot more time in the ER than I already do. We appreciate it. I am. I'm writing everything down. I got 4 different notes from you this morning, Nancy. I'm excited to look these different brands up later. This is exciting. I'm finally making it to my first decrease row. That's exciting. Thank you. Yeah, if you're sitting here watching, let me know what you're working on. Or don't. Again, I'm just here to be a buddy that you can knit with, crochet with, paint with, needlepoint with, whatever you got going on. But I will be going live every Sunday around this time. just to create our own little virtual group. Whether we're chatting or not, I'll be here. No, I'm not getting ladders. So what I do with the ladders is I'll knit my row, and then I'll trickle a couple stitches from the other needle onto the one I'm currently working on, and that prevents the ladder from coming. And then you don't have to go back and fix your ladder. Yeah, it's the greatest tip that I can give is preventing ladders, because I don't know how to use a crochet hook to fix those. And yeah, so I'll just constantly be shifting over a little bit, which there have been quite a few times where I forget that that's what I'm doing, and then I end up with 3 needles, and I'm like, oh my God, let me go back and move some stitches back over. I feel like DPNs are super intimidating until you learn the tricks, and then you're like, oh, these are actually really, really fun. They just look like absolute chaos when you're using them. Yeah. Yep. That's what I used to do too. But I've had to really work on my tension. And so, because I think I said in a video before, I used to use bamboo DPNs, and I snapped them in half because I was just such a tight knitter. So now I use carbons because, like, if I break these, then I need some help. So I used to just tighten the stitches, but then I realized that I would like really get in there, and so had to learn a new technique that helped me relax a little bit more. I'm a very stressful knitter, but I'm working on it. What type of needles do you use for your DPNs, or just in general? I know a lot of people use the different kinds. They'll use wood or metal, but some people are loyal to just one type. Can hear you. Yeah, I like the Knit Pros. I like the Knitter's Prides a lot. I was using the Brittany DPNs. They've got different wooden ones, and they were nice, but I snapped a couple of those ones in different sizes, and so I was like, well, these aren't as indestructible as I need them to be. But I really love these ones. These are great. And I have the same ones in circulars too, the carbons. And I have arthritis in both my hands too, so they just feel nice because they are very light, and I like that they're pointy. I like a pointy needle. And that's probably because my tension is so tight, I need something pointy to get in there. Thank you for all the likes. Yeah, they've got a really nice point on them. The ones that I've used before, they're like actually curved. And so there's been some, what were they? I can't remember the brand. There was some DPNs that I had picked up and they were like super, super curved. And I felt like I couldn't get into any stitch with them. They were just very slippery. And these have like a really nice, like, I don't know if you can see it, but I can like leave a little mark on my finger. They're pointy to my standards. Have you used the carbons before? You had ones that you didn't think were pointy? You think there's pointier ones. Which ones have you used that are really pointy? Because I really like having a sharp needle. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do spell them kind of funky. But Knitter's Pride does make DPNs that are pretty dull. I have used theirs before, and then the Brittany ones weren't particularly sharp. Really? Ooh. HIYA. HIYA. I'm going to look those up. That's exciting. Are they kind of heavy? Or do you think they have a nice weight to them? Heck of a time trying to find them. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. I'm going to give those a look. Come here, you. What am I doing? Yeah, I wrote down that brand because I've never even heard of that brand, and I haven't ever seen that brand at my local shop. So I'll have to see if that's something that she's ever played with. Those puppies are sharp, really? Oh my gosh. Scary. What am I doing right now? I can't even find my yarn. Come here, you. This is exciting. I'm officially halfway done with my sleeve before I get to the ribbing. We're getting there. It's looking like something. Yeah, I'm excited to look those up. I feel like a lot of the needles you hear about are just like the trendy ones, you know? And so I'm excited to finally have one that I haven't heard of yet, instead of just hearing the same couple brands over and over again. Going down the rabbit hole. Uh-oh. I think I am. I'm debating. I don't know. Let me know what you think, because I really want this to be a super ribbed sweater, because I'm really just liking the way that looks. And I feel like if I didn't do that on the sleeve, it wouldn't match, you know? But I'm thinking of maybe like starting the ribbing right here and doing a smaller needle so that it's snug, kind of like this one, all the way down. I'm going back and forth on that idea, because I think right now I'm like, I don't know, getting there. So I'm debating just going down, maybe like, I'm using a size 4 right now, so, or 3.5 millimeter. So maybe if I went down to a 3 millimeter, I think it would look nice too. And it would be kind of unique, because I would do a 2x2 rib with it. So, and because it's like this is kind of chunky, but it's more of a fitted sweater, I think it would give a cool kind of look to it. It wouldn't get much use where I live. It would only be worn a couple times a year, but it could be something that I, you know, look forward to wearing. Because it gets hot down here. So I'll only have a couple months to really put it to work. But I don't know. It all depends how it blocks out. It might block a lot lighter than it feels right now. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. I'm going to finish this round, and then we're going to call it a day. That worked out so nice and clean to be right at the beginning of my round, right when it's creeping up on 11 on our hour marker. Thank you so much. I know that really did go by fast. Not too shabby. I was able to get 11 rounds in. Not too bad. And 1 decrease round. But I'll be back again next Sunday. Thanksgiving plans. We are going to my husband's mom's house, and this is the first year. Thanks, Cameron. This is the first year we're joining both families for a holiday. So my parents and brother and sister-in-law will be going over to his parents' house, and we're going to get the whole group together. Do you have anything going on this week, Nancy? I'm glad you had a good time. Hopefully. I think it'll be fun. Really good food. I'm just going to hang out and enjoy the day. Luckily, it's getting a little chilly out, so it won't be a hot Thanksgiving like it usually is. Ah, bummer. Sorry you'll be working. You're working Thanksgiving Day? Ah. Yeah. That makes sense. Can't help that. That's cool. Oh, Thanksgiving's already over for you. Oh, thank you so much, Cameron. I'm trying my best over here. Make some good stuff. Hopefully have a good time in the process. Nancy, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning. This was so fun. And I'll be back next Sunday. And hopefully you won't be having to shovel snow and you'll get to work on your socks. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. That makes me so happy. Oh, I'm happy you're here too. I'm going to hop off, go see what my crazy children are doing. And probably go save my husband from a crazy 3-year-old. But I hope you have an amazing day, Nancy. Hopefully you're not stuck in the snow for too long. Cameron, I hope you have a good day too. And everyone else that just joined in, I'll be going live every Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern time, just to do a knit and chat, or if you don't feel like chatting, just to do a craft along with somebody so you're not alone in the process. But if you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe this video, share it, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.